Hello there, friends and parents. This is Alexandra Danielli. I'm coming to you from my page today, from my business page on Facebook, and we'll be posting this also on the Instagram. So if you're coming on, let me know how you're doing and say hi to me so that I know that you're here. Also, if this is one of your first lives with me, just make sure you can click below and select that you want to get notified when I go live, because then you don't have to miss any of the awesome content that I'm bringing you, like today's. Hello there, who's watching? Say hi. Give me a like or a love so I know that you're here. And today I have something cool for you, which is actually getting me super productive and super thrilled in my life. And it's just a process that I've been perfecting over time. And I wanted to just really simple it down so that you can really start thinking about those things for yourself. Like, how am I going to reach my goals? What are actually my goals? And how am I going to create positive change in my life? And what positive change do I actually want to create in my life? So if you're watching, give me a like or a love so that I know you're here, or say hi. So the first, I'll make it just simple and quick for you because it's an overview and it'll be enough for you to get you thinking. So the first step is you gotta actually know what you want. Do yourself a favor and don't just do this on paper, but do this in your head. Do it actually on paper. Like, allow yourself to write down what are some of the things that you really want to create this year. What are some of the plans and goals that you have, some of the changes that you want to make? And this can be health-wise, like maybe you want to lose some weight, maybe you just want to make it to the gym more, maybe you want to eat more healthily. Just write that down as a goal. Then you might have goals for your career, for your business. You might have goals for your family. Maybe you want to go on more adventures and plan them better. Hi, Katie. Thanks for saying hi. So the first thing is that you actually have to know what you want in order to even get anywhere. Because if you're not even thinking about that, then you are going to be in that same place where you are right now for a much longer time until you figure out what you actually want instead. So let's go with the example that I have with myself. Like, I want to create more awesome adventures with my kids this year. Because last year everything was always kind of scrambled and last minute. I didn't always plan this, and the biggest disappointment kind of was when I wanted to go take them ski sledding over New Year's and all the dog sledding. I had the picture in my head, but I wasn't saying it. I wanted to take my kids dog sledding over New Year's, and then I had to find out that all the dog sleds, they book out really long ahead of time. And for all of you who just joined, just give me a like or a love to know that you're here, or say hi. So the first step is you have to know what you want. So in my case, I want to know that I can create more awesome experiences with my kids this year, and it's not all last minute scrambled. So I have a few that I want to do. Like, I do want to take them dog sledding. I do want to make a trip on a houseboat with them on one of the lakes this summer at some point. So those are really things that are not really great to do like last minute. You can get lucky, but that's something that I just want to create more in my life. Some goals of mine, like more awesome family adventures. So then, now that I have like a handful of things that I know I want to do this year with my family and with my kids, then I can see like what are the steps. Like in the case of the dog sledding, I need to Google like dog sledding places. I need to, like, simple things like that, right? I need to really go ahead and research that stuff. Like, I need to see which lakes in California have houseboats, where they rent them. So steps like that, like that is the second step to reaching your goals, is you have to plan the steps. So I have to actually plan some time in for researching. I have to plan some time in for putting them on the calendar, seeing which dates work with the school holidays, which dates work with me, what else is going on in their lives, like what other sports commitments and what are the possible dates. Block them out on the calendar, right? Then write to those places. It is all very logical, but we are oftentimes just doing this in our head and not actually writing it out or planning it. And I just started planning my year. I'll show you on one of these old-fashioned from Target. It's very pretty. It has flowers around. One of these old-fashioned paper things, with Post-its, and just doing this so then I can move the Post-its around, and it's actually nice and neat, and I don't have to cross things out or erase things. So yeah, and I'm just planning the steps. I'm putting in the Post-its of when I want to do those things, and then I can put in the little Post-its for when I'm actually got to do like steps by at the latest. So for example, if I want to go in July on the houseboat, then I need to, start researching maybe in the next month or two, and then start booking and writing to those places. So first step, I'll repeat, first step is get clarity on what you want to create, what changes you want to make. Step 2 is you got to plan the steps and commit to them. And step 3 is as simple as doing them. And the thing is, when you don't have these things planned out and written down and actually committed to them on paper somewhere, and it's all just a big blurry mess in your head, it's not going to happen. I'm telling you what I do when I don't have that shit planned out is I sit down at my desk, which is tidy most of the time, and I have a little to-do list, and I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to like write to that person today or pay that invoice. But then I sit here, it's like, what again? Like, otherwise I run around like the supermarket and I have all these things in my head. Yeah, those are all the things that I want to plan. And when I get home, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then I get home, I'm like, I have no idea what I actually wanted to do. And then I sit down and I waste my time scrolling on Facebook just because I didn't remember what I wanted to do, while there are all these awesome things that I wanted to plan or create. So writing things down is necessary at this stage in your life. But the first thing is really to get clarity on what you want. And that can be for so many areas of your life. And for me, a lot of what I'm doing this year differently. Hi, Andre. Thanks for saying hi. A lot of the things I want to do this year differently because they haven't worked out because I didn't plan them so well last year is like business-wise and family memories, adventure-wise. Everything else I feel like I have already kind of automated pretty well, or got like, I'm meditating daily by default, like I'm eating well and preparing healthy meals, just like I have that all built in because I've worked on that for so many years. But yeah, just like you gotta plan this stuff on a project basis and just really give yourself some space where you're actually writing that down. Like, what do you actually want? And creating clarity and knowing what you actually want to change in your life, for me, that has been a thing, especially business-wise. That took me a long time to get right. It requires a lot of checking in with your heart. Like, it's not just like, what do I want today, but what do I want long-term for my life? You can't just think like moment to moment anymore when you want to live your life in a little more goal-oriented, getting shit done, organized kind of way. It's like, okay, what would I probably want next year at this time to look back to, right? So just start writing some things down, plan the steps, really know what the steps are, and then do them. And if you need help at any of those things, like figuring out how to do any of your goals, then you can figure out what kind of help you need to get, right? But first of all, you gotta have the clarity of really, really knowing what you want and really committing to just finding that in your heart. So that a year from now, when you're doing your next New Year's resolutions, you actually have good shit to look back to too. And it's not like, oh God, I wasted another year just by scrolling on Facebook. which I'm probably guilty for myself. I try not to, but you know how it goes. But anyway, that's it for today. I hope this was helpful. So if it was, give it a like or a love and subscribe to my lives below. And if you're just coming on now, then you can go back and watch the 3 steps that I go and take myself through nowadays, that I don't waste a ton of time on Facebook anymore. And I swear this wasn't a distraction from having to go and work on my PowerPoint now. Maybe it was, but you know, at least it was productive. So that's that from me today. Enjoy and let me know if you need anything. And thanks for those of you who said hi. And if you watch this later, you can still say hi, because I will see it when I waste my time on Facebook scrolling and looking for comments, which I won't do until later, I swear. All right, you guys, this is it from me for today. Take good care and plan your life so that you have some awesome shit to look back to. Lots of love. Bye.